I get bags every day. I don't play, I don't got no time for games. Stuffing bags every day, scooping those. Cause I know we gon' blow out the. My whole squad foolish, only speak the truest. Y'all know how we do it. Rocket ship, shooting, moonshot, hooping. Ripple dropping, know you scooping. Giving back my cup, overflowing. Like a ghost to go unnoticed. It's a 3-year delta when we blow. It will melt your 3, 2, 1. I hold the alpha held strong. You a doubter, now we gone. It don't matter, heard the chatter. Now your face melted data. Now we up, metal bats, swinging batters out the park. Went from light to the dark. Flip the switch in the heart. Get them drops, watch it spark. Taking off, watching charts on point. Hit the dart, extra mark. This that art, big bags holding hard. I get bags every day. I don't play, I don't got no time for games. Stuffing bags every day, scooping those. Cause I know we gon' blow out the ozone and take the throne.
I'm working like a clockwork, stuffing bags non-stop like there is no tomorrow. If you haven't yet, then you will be in sorrow. Professing my love for crypto in my lingo. Mabuhay sa inyong lahat, kamusta na kayo? Makinig mabuti dahil para rin to sa inyo. Please don't be blinded by the voice in your mind. Aligning, tuning in from within will lead you right. My eyes is on the prize, no need to check it twice. And never will I cry about fiat's demise. Always waking up with love and gratitude. Investing stuff in bags, yup, that's my attitude.
I get bags every day. I don't play, I don't got no time for games. Stuffing bags every day, scooping those. Cause I know we gon' blow out the ozone and take the throne. Too many bags don't mean to flaunt it. Made it out the gauntlet when we launched, went supersonic. I told you about it, you ain't want it. You went demonic. To the moon, beyond it, to the infinite. We getting it. 5th gear, we shifting it. Watch as we make history. Disintegrate your misery. We up on that mission. Read. This was told like history. Disappear like mystery. Too much hate, need Listerine. You stuck inside them little leagues. Watch your mouth. Literally.
What is up, y'all? How's it going?
Whole squad, Byzantine. New world, live your dreams. Waking up, you shivering.
You guys enjoying that Bags music? XRP Bags. Shout out to XRP Bags. Stuffing bags every day. The man, the myth. Already a legend. Welcome, welcome. How's it going, everybody? Eknofo, Mr. A. Guys, appreciate you hitting those likes on the way in. We got 3 likes. We got 4 viewers. Appreciate you all tuning in for another DLT late night live stream. How you guys doing? What's up, everybody? Enjoying that view from space, guys? Enjoying the view from the satellite? Appreciate you all tuning in. What is up? BTC community, Ethereum community, XRP community, crypto community, DLT community, all the communities out there. Guys, thanks for tuning in tonight for another DLT late night live stream. Good seeing y'all. Here we go, man. We're looking at the charts and we got, it's a pretty special stream. It's not a deep dive per se, but we're going to be looking into Deloitte's blockchain galaxy. The Blockchain Galaxy, a comprehensive research on distributed ledger technologies. I believe this was written, let's see what date was this on. What do we got? Here, let me check out the date for y'all. Yeah, written 2020, so this year, you guys. We're going to be looking at Deloitte's little PDF that they got right here. And they got a lot of cryptos on there, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at each crypto. We're going to read each paragraph for each crypto. We're going to go through them, and then we're going to go through a chart for that particular crypto. And if it isn't a crypto, then, you know, we'll just move on to the next one. And, you know, until we can look at a chart. But definitely going to be a lot of education tonight, you guys. And as you can see, there's a lot of pages to look through. But let me see. Let me count it down to see how many we're going to be looking through today. We got Bitcoin, Ethereum, Neo, IOTA, EOS, NEM, Waves, Komodo, Dragon Chain, Stratus, Corda, Hyperledger, Stellar, Ripple, Hashgraph, Hedera Hashgraph, Cardano, VeChain, Tendermint, Cosmos, Quorum, Nano, Tempo, Holochain, Monero, Grin, Zilliqa, and Sovereign. We're going to be taking a look at those. Because, you know, that's the ones that Deloitte felt like they were appropriate to give reviews over and study. So let's see what this comprehensive research on distributed ledgers technology is going to be taking us, man. Ecnofo, I don't believe in the globe, but it's a pretty green screen. I mean, it could be just kind of if you're a flat earther, my man. I'm not saying you are or not, and I'm not saying I'm a flat earther or not, but you know, it could still be perspective tricks from the sky, right? You're not really going around the whole globe, you're just kind of staying in that one area most of the time, right? But I'm not saying I'm a flat earther, I'm just trying to, you know, defend that perspective. You know, everybody's got their own view of the world, right? Appreciate y'all though tuning in. Thanks for the 4 likes already. What's up to the 8 viewers? We're not talking here about flat earth or round earth or anything like that, guys. Let's save that for, you know, times when we're hanging out in person and we can just have those types of discussion right there. You know, I know some people get really passionate about it. To me, I can give less of a fuck, man. Like, I'm just living my life here, talking to the Blue Crew, talking to the DL team. Appreciate y'all so much, man. Flat, hollow, dome Earth. Yeah, how about it's just it? How about it just doesn't even exist? How about the Earth just doesn't even really exist? How about it's just all the simulation? How about, you know, what right now I'm in a closed room. There is no world outside of this room right now because I can't see it, right? I can't see it. So there's nothing else out there. You guys are just fake as well, right? Just playing. IQ, what's up, man? How you doing, man? IQ saying it's flat. All right. I guess we just jumped into talking about flat Earth and round Earth, but you know, guys, like people get passionate about it, and I respect that, man. And you know, there's a bunch of different philosophies, a bunch of different viewpoints on the reality that we're living in. But right now, we're taking a look at crypto. We're going to be taking a look at Deloitte's blockchain galaxy. So we're going to be diving in just for a little bit of fun speculation. I just noticed this on the passengers cover. You guys know I've talked about passengers before on this live stream, and take a look at what the here I'm gonna go full screen for a second. Take a look at the bottom of that in that ship that is underneath, you know, Jennifer Lawrence and what's his name's face? I forgot what this guy's name's face was. What's his name? I think, oh yeah, Chris Pratt. Look at that ship right here. You got, kind of looks like the Ripple logo, no? Kind of looks also like a, what's it called, Toxic Waste logo. People could say that as well. This is the ship that takes them to the new world, right? In that film. So I thought that would just be a fun little starter speculation to just send there. You guys know I like movies, so always just looking for anything Ripple in these sci-fi films for sure. Yeah, exactly, Ecnofo. We can discuss that another time. You know, that goes on for hours, that type of talk, right? That type of stuff could just keep going on, and then you end up getting into like some really, you start going into other dimensions basically. But what is up, everybody, guys? Thanks so much for tuning in. So let's get started, man. Let's jump into Deloitte's blockchain galaxy. It's an executive summary by Deloitte, and I think they're in collaboration right here with Polite Nico Milano 1863. So let's jump into this because there's a lot of blockchains we're going to be going through. They give a blockchain historical introduction. I'm just going to assume you guys know about the history of blockchain. But we're definitely going to be learning about something about these distributed ledgers, at least in the perspective of Deloitte and the collaborator that they're here with. This is coming from Deloitte's website. It's a PDF they've released this year. So we're going to be taking a little bit of an extensive look into these blockchains. Hope you guys are ready for the journey. So let's start, because we got a lot of blockchains to cover and I don't want to make this video too long. So let's just get into it. Appreciate you tuning in, Lady Enigma, IQ, Mr. A, Ecnofo, Legendary, Fab. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much for your support and just showing up day in, day out, night in, night out for when we stream. Thanks already for those 8 likes to start the stream. That's crazy. And thanks for the 12 viewers. So let's get into it. Technological analysis of the main blockchains. In the following, we analyze in detail the main blockchains to better address the differences, the pros and cons, and the potentialities. For a summary table, we referred to the appendix. So let's get into it. So of course we have Bitcoin. The first concrete evidence of the Bitcoin project was the registration of the domain bitcoin.org. Happened on August 18th, 2008. The famous paper titled Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash payment system, or electronic cash system, my bad, not a payment system, was then released a few weeks later on October 31st, 2008 by an unknown author of the group, or a group of authors under the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto. At the beginning of the next year, the Bitcoin code was released as open source software, giving birth to the first and most famous blockchain system. Bitcoin is essentially based on the UTXO unspent transaction output model, in which the value of the network is associated to the transactions that only people are able to solve. A sort of programmable puzzle can spend. Generally, these puzzles based on the knowledge of a particular private key associated to the public key, which is included in the transaction data. The Bitcoin script, the programming language of the above mentioned puzzles, is powerful enough to express a quite wide and interesting set of functionalities, such as transfer of money, demonstrably burn it, and implement multi-signature solutions or multi-user lotteries. However, Bitcoin script has been intentionally designed for being non-Turing complete. Thus, there are more complex behaviors that fall outside expressiveness possibilities. Other limits of Bitcoin script are its lack of state, and UTXO has to be spent in one step, so it's not possible to implement intermediate states. Its value blindness, the impossibility of modulating the amount of coins of a particular UTXO that a user can spend. The UTXO has to be spent completely as a whole, and its blockchain blindness, the impossibility of accessing data contained in the chain. These limitations are the reason of the origin of Ethereum, an account-based blockchain specifically designed for being a worldwide computing platform able to run smart contracts, pieces of code typically written in Solidity, a Turing-complete programming language. On the other hand, the intentional limitations of Bitcoin script make it somehow shielded by the classic problems of program misbehaviors, drastically reducing the risk of issues such as the DAO hack, one of the most famous hacks of Ethereum, which gave birth to the hard fork that split the blockchain into two, Ethereum and Ethereum Classic. Being the original and most renowned blockchain, the main strong point of Bitcoin is, of course, its capitalization, around $93 billion at the time of writing, which makes it obvious choice for notarization tasks. Most of the critics against Bitcoin are related to the use for illegal transactions, weapons, drugs, etc., its huge electricity consumption due to its consensus mechanism based on proof-of-work protocol, and the volatility of its value, which makes it difficult to exploit Bitcoin as a real-world currency for buying, selling goods, or services. So let's take a look at the Bitcoin chart for tonight, you guys. Let's see what's going on with Live Coin Watch. First with it, in the past hour, you got Bitcoin going up about 2.3%, hanging around 18,823. Market cap currently now at 349 billion compared to when Deloitte did the research here. Volume's doing all right at $16.51 billion, And let's take a look at the chart. We looked at it earlier today, and we were saying that it could be facing a point of resistance right here, a double top, if you will. It did reach its all-time high, or at least close to it. And then you started getting this little bit of a, some people, I think they like to call it like a tweezers, right? Where you get these selling pressure coming from the top right here once they meet resistance. We're going to 17 hours until the next daily candle close, but you can already see it starting off a little bit bearish. Maybe we get a little bit more of a journey downward for Bitcoin. Maybe this is where it starts to retrace at around low 1800s before maybe trying to retest once again. And if it doesn't have the buying pressure right there, you're going to go down to around 1600, and then worst case scenario, it'll take you right back down to a previous long-term resistance that it could treat as support at around 14K. That would be extreme high volatility, but this is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is extreme high very, very volatile. A lot of high volatility. I mean, even if you get this retracement down to 14,000, that doesn't mean it's dead. That doesn't mean it's out of a bull market. It could just bounce from there, from 14,000, and then start going into that 20,000 range, 21,000 range or so. MACD showing a little bit of some bearish pressure coming in, and it's pretty equal to that of September in 2020. So maybe we're gonna have to see what the bulls are trying to do here. But from its initial impulse up recently, it's still pretty bullish, man. It's still bullish, but it is having a little bit of a battle right here for now at around this point of resistance, which is at around, what is it, 19,800 or so. VWAP saying it's trending just slightly above the VWAP, which is good, which is the volume weighted. Dang, I forgot what VWAP meant, but it's about the volume, right? It's about to it lets you know if it's above the VWAP that is trending in a bullish direction. If it's below, then it might be trending in a bearish direction. It's never a guarantee, but it's a good indicator to go in that direction. But yeah, so that's a little overview on the charts for Bitcoin on the daily. I'm not used to looking at the 24-hour volume on Bitcoin, to tell you the truth, so I wouldn't know if 16 billion is actually high for Bitcoin and maybe leading into bullish momentum, or if that's actually low and we saw a higher range before when it was, you know, really pushing, right? Hope, how you doing? Daniel XRP, guys, thanks for tuning in. We're looking at Deloitte's reviews of these cryptos, and yeah, it's going to be very educational for all of us. I certainly hope you guys enjoy. Guy Shuffle, or Guy Schiff. Guy, can you just tell me how I should pronounce your last name? Because I do like saying people's like full usernames. I could just say Guy. How about that? I'll just say Guy, so I don't have to keep butchering your last name. But I always appreciate your support, my man. Thanks for tuning into these live streams. It really means a lot. Ah, get out of my face, fly. Just say Guy. Exactly, man. Appreciate you, dude. Thanks for the 10 likes already, you guys. Alright, so let's get into the next crypto here. We go into Ethereum. I can't wait to get into, you know, some of these interesting ones that not a lot of us know too much about, because interested to hear some of the Blue Crew's opinions on these. So let's get into it right here. So, oh yeah, I gotta go back to the live scene so you guys can see what's going on here. All right, so Ethereum is a blockchain-based computing platform devised by Vitalik Buterin, already active in Bitcoin research, development, and dissemination in 2014. The main reason of its inception was to overcome some limitations with which Bitcoin programmability was intentionally constrained. In order to keep its computing requirements and effects predictable, Ethereum is instead endowed with a language that is Turing complete. It has the same expressive power of the widespread general-purpose programming languages. The metaphor with which Ethereum is presented is that of a world computer, a global computing machine, decentralized in the same way as Bitcoin is, in which it is possible to upload software agents that are unstoppable, completely transparent, whose execution is fully auditable, and that can handle token transfers. This technical and conceptual tool is immediately seen as the substrate that can implement the idea concept of smart contracts. Proposed by Nick Szabo in 1994, a smart contract is a set of promises specified in digital form, including protocols within which the parties perform on these promises. Indeed, Ethereum calls the software agents running within its smart contracts. Smart contracts' expressive power is shown in one of the first examples in the documentation, where an independent token system is defined in a few lines of code, showing how Ethereum language generalizes existing blockchain applications. Other implications are soon devised voting systems, automated insurances, identity management, decentralized crowdfunding, autonomous organizations, various kinds of tokens with different economic properties, but fungible and non-fungible. Ethereum borns inheriting the fundamental features of Bitcoin. Consensus is based on validator election through proof of work, albeit with an algorithm that prevents ad hoc acceleration, using application-specific integrated circuits with the intent of limiting concentrating of mining power. Some parameters are tuned differently, like time between blocks, that is around 15 seconds. A stark difference from Bitcoin is the presence of a planned and ambitious technological roadmap in which the noteworthy changes are planned: migration to a mixed proof-of-work, proof-of-stake consensus mechanism, which it's already started its first phase today, and sharding, a feature that would allow individual nodes to only validate a share of the transactions and to memorize a part of the state of the system. This would make the commitment to maintain a node much less onerous. Ethereum shares with Bitcoin limitations in the throughput and high latencies, to address which different solutions such as state channels, Raiden, and Plasma sidechains are proposed. Ethereum is the first and main platform, both in terms of capitalization and of active developers, aimed at the development of general smart contracts and applications. Its story includes difficult moments, such as the DAO hack, in which the main application on the platform, a decentralized crowdfunding organization, got hacked due to an unforeseen behavior of a part of its smart contract. The event induced hard confrontations in the community on how to deal with the theft, which eventually led to a fork of the platform. The pressures it underwent and its war wounds make Ethereum the most mature and battle-tested platform in its arena. Okay. So let's check out Ethereum's chart. And let me check out the state of Bags' music. I do know he has sometimes some long outros for after his songs play, so maybe it's just transitioning to the next song. But let me get this Ethereum USD set up. You really can't just give me USD like as the first option? You wouldn't think that that's what I would want to look at? Alright. Wow, that is very similar to what we just saw with Bitcoin, right? Alright, so let me just check what's going on with Bags' songs right here. Yeah, it's just... Is it playing? Do you guys hear it? Huh. Give me a sec. Oh yeah, it is going. Okay. Sorry, I got like a little sound thing on my headphones, so I guess I wasn't hearing it, but you guys were. Yeah, still a high fee for sure, IQ. Nick Szabo created BitGold. Oh, nice, Mr. A. Yeah, Byzantine Protocol. Alrighty. Appreciate you all tuning in, so let's continue on here. We're looking at Ethereum's chart. Basically, like the same thing that we were saying with Bitcoin, except the MACD is looking a lot more friendly for Ethereum than it is for Bitcoin. We're going to see how this daily candle goes, but it looks like you're already starting to see that buying pressure right here. Good buying start for Ethereum. I mean, you got 17 more hours to go. You would like to see this surge and engulf this this previous candle, but if it doesn't, since it did have a recent few days of impulsing towards the upside, you could go back down to around $537 or $557 before maybe seeing a bounce back up towards the upside. And worst case scenario, it would go all the way down to 518 and then down to 465, and then we'll probably see that retracement begin to happen again for Ethereum and maybe its journey back up until 616. But once it is also facing some long-term resistance, a resistance that it hasn't broken through or hasn't visited since June of 2018. And we have to see how the market sentiment still is about Ethereum, the Ethereum 2.0 shift. And, you know, that'll give us a better understanding of what's going to be going on with this chart as well. We're just coming off recent days of impulse up. We had 1 day of selling pressure. It looked like it was about an even fight between the bears and the bulls in terms of the selling pressure. It didn't completely engulf that previous candle, so Ethereum's still looking pretty bullish as well. I sold all my ETH because of their gas prices. I don't blame you. By the way, guys, I am not a pro trader, not a financial advisor by any means, and I'll never tell you guys what to do. I'll never promise you guys saving your money. I'll never tell you guys to join a group of mine that's going to save you money or make you profitable or have all this hopium or all that type of stuff. I'll never tell you guys what to do. Appreciate you all tuning in, by the way. Alright, so let's go to the next crypto. We got NEO. NEO was founded by Eric Shang and Dai Hong Fei. Butchered that last name as well. In 2014, its declared main aim is to support the development of smart economy, rely on 3 pillars: digital assets, digital identity, and smart contracts. As a consensus mechanism, it uses delegated Byzantine fault tolerance. It uses a double token monetary structure, such as VeChain, for instance, where the token representing value NEO steadily generates gas that is used to pay for operations. One of its most distinctive features is the native presence of a X.509 compliant identity layer that can serve different purposes. On one hand, identity can be found on the DBFT consensus mechanism in the validator nodes and can be linked to real-world identities. Native identity can also be used in tracking property of digital assets, facilitating compliance with regulatory frameworks. To develop smart contracts, different compilers for popular languages are available, aiming to lower barriers for developers. NEO competes in the same applicative domains of Ethereum, dApps, digital assets, more broadly, Turing-complete smart contracts, but takes a much more opinionated stance with the aim of offering ready-to-use solutions to some problems, stability of operation costs, predictable governance through the control of BFT validators. The inclusion of a built-in identity layer is meant to address regulatory requirements right away. The same problems are being addressed in the Ethereum space, mechanisms to implement self-sovereign identity models at a slower pace, but with a more open and general approach. NEO is definitely one of those ones around 2017. A lot of people were talking. I remember around that time, man, NEO was a big daddy of the crypto space around that time. So let's check out the NEO, the one, right? Man, trending on that long-term support since March still for NEO. That is crazy, and it hasn't even joined the party with the other cryptos just yet. It's at 1789. Let's see the type of volume that we got going on through NEO right now. I don't think I have it as one of my saved cryptos on here, unfortunately, but 100 million supply, million in circulating supply. Let's see where the volume is at. It's at 155 million currently. All-time high price was at around $195. Neo currently is at at 1791, and it's just been, I mean, it's pretty good that it's one of those cryptos that's actually respected its long-term support. And as you can see, it had an impulse up on the 19th of November, and then it kind of came down about halfway, started trending back towards the upside, starting on a bullish day. Right now, the selling pressure was alright on the previous day. We'll see what type of bullishness Neo is going to come up with, but it's nice to see that it's been respecting that long-term support. It ducked beneath, came right back above it in a quick way. This looks like a nice little cup and handle setup right here as well, right? You've seen it try to hit that high of $22, came back down, retested, tested the support again. I think you're going to have a little bit of a shot up if the bullishness continues in general in this market. This looks pretty nice. The MACD is looking like it's setting up pretty well. The RSI is doing alright, pivoting in the right direction. We'll see what this 16 hours, what this candle can bring for us. But this is a pretty nice setup right here with what's going on with Neo. And I would expect its next shot up, if it were to shoot up, it'll probably get past that 22-cent resistance and start revisiting around 25 cents yet again. If not, you're gonna probably, yeah, you gotta break past 19.94 for sure to at least retest that $22 top and then start going into the $25 range. But it's getting really close right here before and this is a long term, you know, it's been on an incline up very slowly but surely. Had an impulse up that took you to 25, consolidated. We'll see which direction Neo is going to ultimately decide to go, but this looks like it could be potentially a nice setup. I would expect maybe something like this would happen. You're going to get the dragon head, right? Because this looks like a dragon body right here. You're going to get the dragon head right here, and you're going to see whether or not it can cross over the river. And if it does, man, you're going to probably, I think 25 would be a given, and you'll probably end up shooting up to around $43 for Neo if it does indeed decide to cross over the River Jordan right here. Yeah, something like that. The dragon body, the dragon head, cross over the river, shoot on up. And if it doesn't, it gets rejected right here. You're talking about going to your worst case scenario, a low right here at around $12, $11.25. Probably would test $13 for a second and then break down. What's up, Jonathan? How you doing, dude? Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you. Getting a quote through MetaMask, Ethereum 2.0 fee is $5 still high. Yeah, exactly, man. Alrighty. Let's continue on to the next one. Guys, thanks to the 18 viewers. Thanks for the 14 likes, y'all. Appreciate y'all. I know I said I was going to probably be streaming most likely tomorrow, but I had some time and wanted to do this stream, hang out with the Blue Crew, hang out with the DL team. So here we are. Let's jump into IOTA. IOTA is a cryptocurrency founded in 2015 by David Sonstebo, Sergey, I can't pronounce those names, so please forgive me, and then Sergey Popov. They currently are, with the addition of Raif Rotman, the members of the board of directors of the IOTA Foundation, which is a non-profit organization created in 2017 in Germany. The main goals of the IOTA Foundation spans from the research on the protocol layer to the development production-ready software for the community, including education, promotion, and standardization activities related to the Internet of Things ecosystem. The main reason Deloitte'S of IOTA lays in the definition of a highly scalable and zero-fee infrastructure for the exchange of digital value, which was envisioned as one of the most important enabling factors for the diffusion of IoT. Oh yeah, also that passengers poster that I showed earlier also kind of does look like IOTA. Actually, it looks more so like the IOTA logo than it does like the Ripple logo. It's an interesting thing right there as well. But let me, digression aside, let me continue right here. So, IOTA defines a completely new infrastructure quite different from this classical blockchain approach. IOTA is in fact based on a tangle, basically a directed acyclic graph or DAG, in which different transactions are connected to each other. Thus, the distributed ledger of IOTA does not rely on a chain of transaction blocks, but on a stream of single transactions entangled together. In this context, in order to include a transaction in the tangle, a user, typically the sender, has to perform a small amount of computation to verify other previous transactions. Following this principle, every actor of the network has to validate two transactions in order to insert a new one, which will be validated by some other subsequent transaction. Since IOTA network has been designed for tiny devices such as sensors, the computational requirements to perform the validation are quite low. Thanks to this pay-it-forward validation system, financial rewards become unnecessary and the scalability problem can be considered solved, since increased network activity decreases transaction settlement times. Even though IOTA does not natively support smart contracts, there is an interesting work in progress in a project named Cubic that aims at implementing a powerful distributed fog computing platform for building complex IoT applications, a new type of smart contract which collects micropayments in real time as it runs, and a reward system for incentivizing honest participants in the tangle. IOTA has been the first zero-fee cryptocurrency, thus it competes with more recent platforms such as Nano in the area of non-programmable micropayments, even if the Cubic experiment aims at projecting it well beyond this field of application. I definitely do enjoy IOTA. I hold some IOTA. Part of the Hyperledger fabric, Hyperledger community. Alright, so we're still trying to find, IOTA's still trying to find its way back above to this long-term support level. It looks like it faced some selling pressure that took it back down. Who knows if it's going to get rejected once again and probably go down to around 28 cents. And who knows, it could probably be worse at 25 cents. But I guess I'm just seeing cup and handles all day, because this is what it kind of looks like. So maybe it retests beneath the long-term support for just a bit, similar to what Neo did, and then starts breaking up above to try to retest 41 cents again, and then of course 45 cents. I think your ultimate target, if it breaks through that, you're gonna probably start hitting around 58 cents first, and then we'll talk about it from there, if it does reach there indeed. So let me see, I'll just mark that point for right now. But yeah, once again, worst case scenario, you can start going down to 28 cents, and then back to 24, and if it gets worse than that, then this could get really ugly really fast for IOTA. So we'll see which direction it decides to take. Yeah, Internet of Things is going to be big, and IOTA is the real deal. I definitely think it's a real boat. Just we'll see which one ends up being successful. Remember, it's a lot of these companies are just kind of competing each other to be the first to get mass adoption, and then we'll actually see how their platforms really perform in that mass adoption phase. But I do like IOTA. Probably will show some research in the future looking into some IOTA stuff, but hopefully you guys are getting educated on what IOTA is and an idea of what IOTA is. But definitely something to keep an eye out for. Let's check a chart out on IOTA. Or no, we got to check out the live coin watch on IOTA right here. Yeah, so you got a circulating supply currently of about 2.78 billion. I don't think it's an inflationary currency. I certainly don't think so. I don't know if it's deflationary though either. Maybe it's just fixed at 2.78 billion right here. All-time high was at around 564. Currently sitting at 33 cents. In the past 30 days, it's gotten a 30% jump. In the past 7 days, it's been seeing some bearish pressure. We'll see how things pick up for IOTA. All right, let's jump over to the next one. EOS. EOS was created in 2017 by Dan Larimer and initially founded by means of the most successful ICO to date. It aims to provide a platform for the development of decentralized applications and smart contracts. Its uses delegated proof of stake as a consensus mechanism. Block verification is delegated to 21 validators that are elected by the holder. Its currency is the EOS, of which 1 billion was initially sold through the ICO. The monetary policy is intertwined with the governance model. Block producers that are continuously delegated by the EOS holders to make up and validate new blocks get 1% of the tokens minted and a 5% annual inflation rate. The other 4% goes to a contract governed by token holders for investments in the network. A distinctive feature is the approach to scalability. In addition to the fast consensus algorithm in EOS, it is possible to span parallel communication blockchains that widen the transaction bandwidth. In principle, smart contracts can be written in any language that complies to WebAssembly. In practice, at the moment, only a C++ toolchain is provided and supported. Current applications are mainly gambling, games, and exchanges. EOS competes in the arena of dApps and generic smart contracts together with, for example, Neo and VeChain. With respect to Ethereum, it offers improved performances in terms of transaction throughput at the cost of much less decentralized approach to consensus. Alrighty, so let's take a look at EOS here on Live Coin Watch. Let me just there we go. So as you can see, currently sitting at around 948 million in total supply. All-time high for EOS was at around 23.96. Current price 305 with a volume of 1.34 billion going through it. Now let's check it out on the charts here. Man, these glasses, guys, I got to take these glasses off today. For some reason, it's like squeezing a little bit too hard on the side of my head, so I got to see things clearly tonight, guys. So here we go. Oof. That's a little bit better. It was like squeezing so tight around my face for some reason. DAGs will be sued for IoT and smart cities, I think. Or used for IoT and smart cities. Yeah, man. Yeah, catching some crypto news, nerding out. I feel ya, I feel ya. 1111, sweet, man. Alright, so let's check out EOS on Tether. Let's see if we have a Kraken Tether. No. Alright, we can do EOS USD on Coinbase right here. Alright, so you had the initial setup right here for, let's start off with our fib. We had our low, too high. Not looking too bad for EOS right there, man. Around that 61.8%, that golden retrace zone that I continue to like to talk about. You're starting to get some buying pressure to start the day. Had a fat red candle, a fat series of red candles. This could continue on. It looks like it could. If we do an Elliott impulse wave, you would have your initial impulse, you have your first, your second. You're probably going to go down again, maybe around here. Maybe then retrace a little bit back up. You'd get your final retracement probably somewhere near down here, and you would see what it's going to end up with EOS. That is to say that if the retracement is still going downwards, if it is still an initial downward turn, downward pressure that EOS is experiencing. If not, you're going to be getting that bounce back up and trying to at least try to get a double top back at 358. Hell, maybe around $4 again. And then it can take you back up. If the bullishness does come, you can start talking about a $5 EOS. The MACD is actually looking really, really nice for EOS, and you're seeing buying pressure coming in today. It did retrace, like I said, to that golden retrace zone. So necessarily that impulse down doesn't have to continue. It could just bounce right here off that golden retrace zone. It did have a deep retrace, and start to try to test once again at 3886. All right, let's start speeding this up. We got about, we got a lot of pages to go through. I might have to do 2 separate videos for this to get through this, but I think it's worth it just to educate everybody, you know, at least the Blue Crew, the people who tune into this stream. It's good to know. I think at least it's good to know about other cryptos in this space, other blockchains that are doing their things, and how they're doing them, and especially from the opinions of a big corporation or a big institution like Deloitte. So let's get into NEM. Appreciate everybody tuning in, by the way. Josh Shields, how you doing, my man? Tales from the Crypto, how you doing, man? Thanks for tuning in. XRP Bags, how you doing, dude? Shout out to XRP Bags. Shout out to Lady Enigma. Shout out to Tales from the Crypto. Mr. A. Everybody in this chat, man. Ty, what's up, dude? How you doing, man? Thanks for tuning in. All right. I think the next... Yeah, we got the song going on. Cool. All right. Next step, NEM. The New Economy Movement project has been launched in 2015. Its main building blocks are the NEM blockchain, on which services as smart assets run. The NEM cryptocurrency used to pay for dApps development and network fees. The NEM Foundation, established in 2017 by the NEM co-founder Lon Wonand, and in charge of developing the main distinctive aspect of NEM, is its unique consensus mechanism based on a variation of proof of stake known as proof of importance, in which the weight of each node is computed by taking into account both corresponding wallet balance and its network activity, mainly in terms of transactions. In particular, proof of importance considers 3 main factors to determine, by means of the NCD-aware bank or ranking system, the chances of harvesting a block. Vested stake only coins that are held for a certain period of time are taken into account. A fraction, 10% of the unvested wallet balance is considered vested each day. A minimum of 10,000 coins have to be vested to enable harvesting. Transaction partners, wallet performing transactions. Transaction partners wallet performing transactions with other nodes in the network are rewarded with a score. The number and the value of the transactions in the last 30 days are both kept into account. Only net transactions over time are considered, so that users cannot simply trade back and forth the same amount of coins among few accounts. Block harvesting can also be delegated to other nodes by lending proof of importance score to the remote node, thus making it possible for it to harvest a block on your behalf. Among the other interesting features of NEM is it's possible to find multi-signature accounts, encrypted messaging, a notarization and time-stamping system called Apostle, and the Engine Trust or Egan Trust reputation system, which makes it possible to guarantee network integrity by monitoring the past behavior of network nodes. The next release of the NEM engine is called Catapult. This coming soon technology should be able to power both private and public networks. However, it seems that Catapult is not ready yet. It's not ready to catapult, right? And in the meanwhile, the NEM Foundation is going through a quite rough period. Long Wong resigned in April 2018, and Christoph van der Reck served as the interim president of the NEM Foundation until Alexandra Tinsman was elected as president in December 2018. December 2018. A financial audit has been performed at the beginning of 2019 since the NEM Foundation revealed that they are running low on both NEM and fiat funds. In this in this context, the newly elected president of the NEM Foundation is currently submitting a funding request to rescue the organization. Although Tinsman repeatedly stated that the NEM Foundation operates as a separate entity with respect to the NEM blockchain platform, the impact of this situation on the NEM ecosystem as a whole and the NEM price is anything but negligible. For these reasons, before considering the NEM platform as a sustainable option to the development of high-performance decentralized applications, it will be necessary to carefully follow the evolution of the NEM Foundation situation. And certainly indeed, and I think they're rebranding to another name called Symbol, right? So it looks like NEM is having some troubles in terms of their leadership, right? They had one of their heads just recently leave in 2018. They're looking to be called Symbol now. But let's check out what's going on with NEM right here. All-time high at 209. In past 30 days had an 87% jump. 18 cents or around 19 cents now. Total and circulating supply are completely out there. Let's check out a chart on NEM. All right. Yeah, it kind of looks like NEM is almost ready to go parabolic in the way that it's structured right here. Especially from that drop in March. Looks like it just keeps curving on towards the upside right there. For NEM, it had a really strong impulse along with XRP and XLM when they started going up, and NEM was one of those big gainers in 2017. The MACD is looking really nice and bullish. We'll see what the retracement from that initial impulse up. It looks like the buyers and sellers are really fighting it out right here. Yeah, you're getting a lot of wicks right here from the top. Probably will see a retracement maybe back down to around 16 cents, possibly even touching 15 cents yet again before we start seeing that next impulse up for NEM. All right, let's continue the train. We're going to go into waves next. On 14th of January 2021, NEM is launching the Symbol public blockchain. There we go. Just told my wife that I'm out of the closet. Rippletopia. What's up, Cookie Monster? Good to see you, man. Stuffing bags of Icon. Nice, dude. There you go, Cookie Monster.
Money.
She's well happy to be married to a homosexual. She took the news well. 1 XEM is gonna be 1 XYM after the snapshot. Oh, okay, cool, man. Thanks for that info right there, IQ. IQ, man. Thanks for your what's it called? Contributions to the chat, my man. Thanks for the 18 likes, guys. We're just doing some educating right here, man. Today's a pretty heavy educational stream, but we definitely, we're taking the time to check out what the Blue Crew is saying, the DL team. Appreciate y'all. Oh, nice. That's good stuff, man. All right, so Waves was created by the Russian engineer Sasha Ivanov and officially launched in November 2016 thanks to a crowdfunding campaign able to raise around $16 million. Waves provides users with a decentralized system characterized by a wide range of helpful and easy-to-use tools accessible as platforms as a service and aiming at enabling the possibility of creating new crypto coins called custom application tokens, CATs, without the need of programming skills and in less than a minute. Waves claims CATs can be created directly through the Lite client available both on the web and on mobile devices, Android and iOS. The typical use cases are projects crowdfunding, simple ICOs, in-app currencies, or loyalty rewards programs. letting users define their decentralized apps over their custom tokens by means of non-Turing complete smart contracts written in RIDE, a new programming language specifically designed for Waves. Typical example of Wave smart contracts are multi-signature addresses in which two or more parties are required to sign the same transaction to make it valid, asset freezing making it possible to lock a token and preventing its transfer until a certain block height is reached, atomic swaps, voting, and oracles, even though the latter is coming soon, feature that will make it possible to connect to the blockchain to an external data source, triggering Wave smart contracts on the base of information coming from a third party. Differently from Ethereum, Wave smart contracts do not require gas, a payment proportional to the number of the complexity of computational operations performed to be executed, since a minimal flat fee is charged to each execution, implementing a simple and decentralized mechanism for exchanging and trading custom tokens, such as decentralized exchange. Whenever a user issue a new cat, a fixed cost of 1 waves has to be paid in the cat, and the cat is automatically listed by default on the DEX. Even though transactions can be performed using cat, transaction fees are always paid in Waves crypto coins. The consensus in Waves is reached by means and least proof of stake (LPOS) mechanism, a modified version of proof of stake in which tokens could be staking by leasing them to the full nodes, contributing to the maintenance of the network's integrity. These nodes receive a monthly reward both in Waves and in miner reward tokens (MRTs), which is one of the cats tradable in the DEX. With respect to other platforms providing similar services such as token economy, decentralized applications, and smart contracts, Waves mainly focuses on mass adoption, exploring simplicity and ease of use as its main weapons. Even though this choice somehow limits the set of functionalities achievable within the platform, the potential of this approach could be huge, especially in a scenario in which technological entry barriers are certainly non-negligible. Alright, so then let's check out what's going on with Waves. Waves was one of those big gainers as well on the recent impulse that we just had. Past 30 days, 107%, all-time high. It's really close to its all-time high already at around 853. The volume is at around 51 million currently. Total supply is 100 million, and total supply is out there. It's in circulation. So let's check out a chart on Waves. Yeah, Waves looking like it's been going parabolic as well. Pretty similar to what NEM did, right? From March, continuation, breaking towards the upside. And you know what's great? It just makes me... What we looked at with Neo earlier, Neo is still around this part. Hasn't even got that shot up yet, if it's gonna come. It's not gonna say that what one crypto does, the others are gonna do, but sometimes there are patterns like that. I remember when we were streaming earlier this year with the Blue Crew, we were looking at stuff from March, and we started seeing this like similar thing from a lot of cryptos where they all dumped, they all started trickling up, and then some would start impulsing upwards, but others would be lagging behind still and still kind of trickling, and then next thing you know, you'd be able to catch it on its impulse up. Not saying that that always works, but it is interesting because, you know, we're only dealing with pennies in this space, billions upon billions of dollars. So it makes sense that some of these cryptos are pretty similar to each other in terms of the sentiment that ends up following for them. So, or the movements that they take, right? A lot of people like to say, well, all coins just follow what Bitcoin is doing, right? Well, yeah, to a certain extent that is true. But sometimes these low cap coins are kind of just doing their own thing apart from Bitcoin. Unless Bitcoin has like that massive drop, then yeah, you start seeing everything else dropping. But if Bitcoin is just having a normal retracement, doesn't necessarily mean that these alts are going to have retracements as well, right? All right. By the way, the MACD looks looking a little bit bearish right now, trending in the bearish direction. Definitely a lot of green buying pressure that came in. And the selling pressure is definitely minimal, but it looks like it could possibly start going into that growing direction. And I could see a retrace at least for NEM right back down to around 452 before possibly seeing that next impulse up, or at least around 514, right around here. And then maybe you can see that next impulse up, or that next decision that it's going to be making right there. All right, let's get into Komodo. I think they just actually merged with Baidu, so this information might actually be irrelevant, but you know, we're going to check out its history and see more applications of what's going on with Komodo. By the way, guys, appreciate everybody tuning in. Thanks to 18 viewers, 18 likes, any new subscribers, appreciate y'all as well. Polkadot, Cosmos, ETH, and BTC on ramps. Oh, nice. For waves? That's pretty sweet, IQ. Oh, integrates into VIDT. Okay. And data link? Alright, alright. I like hearing that. USDN, RUBN, CNYN, EURN. Nice, man. Yeah, Hope. I mean these are some lesser known cryptos for sure, like Waves and Komodo, and even to a certain extent NEM. But yeah, we've just started going through those like kind of mainstreamy ones. Ripple and XLM will be coming, that's for sure. But let's go through Komodo. So, and that actually Ripple and Stellar, we might have to wait for another video depending on the pacing of the way we're going, because you can see there's definitely a lot of cryptos on Deloitte's study list that are right here. And once again, I'll just go over the cryptos that are on here because I know some people just kind of tune in maybe in the middle of this. So before we get into Komodo, let me just once again, we looked over Bitcoin, Ethereum, Neo, IOTA, EOS, NEM, Waves, and now we're going into Komodo. On the way, we got Dragon Chain, Stratus, Corda, Hyperledger, Stellar, Ripple, Hedera Hashgraph, Cardano, VeChain, Tendermint, Cosmos, Quorum, Nano, Tempo, Holochain, Monero, Grin, Zilliqa, and Sovereign. And then that's it, according to Deloitte. This whole PDF is by Deloitte from their website, written this year. All right, so let's check out Komodo. So Komodo has been founded by James Lee as a fork of Zcash, which is a fork of Bitcoin in which privacy has been introduced by means of zero-knowledge proofs, allowing untraceable transactions. Komodo has a total fixed supply of 200 million coins, out of which 100 million were pre-mined and distributed in the ICO October 15th through 2016 through November 20th, 2016. Out of this 100 million, 90 million were distributed to investors and 10 million were kept aside for future development and marketing of the Komodo platform. The remaining 100 million coins are still being mined via proof of work. Let me get a sip of water right here. Crypto Way of Life, what's up, man? How you doing?
Keep it going up. 10K the end game. We on the X.
Tomorrow is 12/03/2020. Not yet, at least for me. I'm over here on the west side, so it's still 12/1 for me. But I hear you, brother. I hear you. How did you enjoy Johnny Mnemonic, by the way? I think it was you who was saying that you were checking it out, right? I think the next homework for you would be Passengers. Check that one out, man. Good metaphor of the global reset. That's for sure, of a film. Alright, so let's get into it. The main innovation of the Komodo platform is its federated multi-chain blockchain architecture, in which security is provided by the delayed proof of work mechanism, which is a dynamic checkpoint notarizations on the Bitcoin blockchain. Every 10 minutes, a block hash from a block in the KMD chain is written into a block on the Bitcoin blockchain. This task is performed by Komodo's platform's 64 notary nodes, which are servers elected annually and dedicated to this fundamental operation. Currently, the Komodo's blockchain security service is exploited by several other projects such as Game Credits, Creds, Einsteinium, Hush, Suqua, and Gincoin. Scalability is achieved by providing every project with a customized and dedicated blockchain so that predictable performance can be easily guaranteed. If necessary, additional blockchains can be added to an existing one in order to form a cluster and boost performance. All the blockchains in the Komodo's ecosystem are synchronized with a multi-chain syncing mechanism involving Merkle trees to notarize transactions that take place on one chain onto every other chain and can communicate by means of cross-chain smart contracts. Interoperability is guaranteed by Komodo's multi-chain syncing technology so that all projects are granted seamless cross-chain interoperability with other interlinked chains. Every blockchain is also connected to chains outside the ecosystem via atomic swaps, currently supporting around 95% of all cryptocurrencies, which makes it possible to exchange two different coins directly from one user to another, wallet to wallet. In addition to this, cross-chain smart contracts allows inter-blockchain transfers of value without performing a swap or trade. Thanks to a combination of notarized Merkle tree proofs and a burn protocol, coins on one chain are burned while the value is allowed to appear on a separate chain within the ecosystem. Among the different innovations of the Komodo platform, crypto conditions powered smart contracts based on UTXO concept seem to be on the podium since they make the Bitcoin protocol Turing complete. This has been achieved by introducing an additional payment script that designates a UTXO as belonging to a specific custom consensus module. Currently, just 4 basic CCs modules have been activated on Komodo platform: assets, faucets, rewards, and dice. If a project with the Komodo ecosystem would like to use a model that isn't already in the code base, they can submit a pull request to the Komodo registry on GitHub. If accepted, Komodo will write a module and make it available for all blockchains within the Komodo ecosystem at the next notary hard fork. Oh, my dog wants to get on out. Give me a sec. There you go. The Komodo federated multi-chain blockchain architecture is a charming solution, also because it makes it possible to create a new chain in a few minutes, allowing a very easy customization of its consensus mechanism, POW, proof of stake, or a mix of the TOE, coin token, parameters, supply, optimal pre-mine of any percentage of supply, block time, 1 minute or on demand, privacy, exclusively zero knowledge trades, or transparent chain with optional privacy, mining rewards, rewards amount and structure and governance, tax from transaction fees or from mining rewards. Komodo can be seen as an opponent of Ethereum, Neo, and Dragon Chain since it brings the Bitcoin network in the arena of tokenization and smart contracts. With respects to its competitors, Komodo focuses more on scalability and on the interoperability, both within the federation of blockchains it enables and with the outside works, thanks to atomic swaps. Crypto conditions powered smart contracts are really interesting, even though only a very few custom consensus modules are currently supported, and the mechanisms to add a new one seems to be a bit ferruginous, I guess, and centralized. Alright guys, so let me see, we got... Dang man, we got a lot of pages. So you know what? I think I'm going to go through this last page right here with Dragon Chain, Stratus, and Corda. And then that'll be the first half of this video because I do want to leave some time to hang out with the Blue Crew for a little bit. See what you guys are saying in the chat. Appreciate you all tuning in, by the way. You guys are awesome. Of course it would fall on Friday, LOL. Hell yeah. Wait, I'm tripping. It's Friday. Alright, cool. We still got the Bags music lined up. It's going to be coming up in a bit. Perfect Stable Sharpie Genius. Appreciate you tuning in, my man. Good seeing you. Whale Splash. Hell yeah, dude. Alright, let's check out Komodo. What's going on with Komodo here? KMD. Total supply is 115 million. You got a 35% bump in the past 30 days. All-time high is at 1541, and it's at a 58-cent price. Wow, not too bad right there, especially if it is a real boat. But who knows, man? Who knows what the rate of adoption is for Komodo and what it's doing. But anyways, let's check out the chart. But that is a significant drop off from its all-time high. MACD already from the eyesight is looking like it looks good in a long-term sense, but in a short-term sense it looks like it still has some bearishness. I actually do like this setup from the recent impulse from November 23rd. If you guys want to see what I'm seeing right here, just gonna go from candle close to candle close on this one. Went right down, had a good retrace, started climbing back up. You can see that there's a support range right here for right now. Maybe you see a little bit. You're gonna probably test around here again at around 55 cents, and then maybe you can see that continuation up for Komodo. If not, you'll break through, you'll start going down to 51, maybe back down to 46 before you start getting another climb towards the upside, testing the resistance once again, and then maybe you might get your continuation and impulses up to try to revisit around maybe a first major resistance at around 87 cents, and then some long-term resistances at around $1 for Komodo. RSI not looking too good. VWAP, let me see what the VWAP is. Yeah, you're trending slightly above the VWAP right there. Kind of looks like this could be a bull flag situation right here. We'll end up seeing very soon which direction this thing's going to want to ultimately break out towards. I'm just doing candle closes to candle closes for here. I don't want to judge it by the wicks when it comes to a small cap coin like this. So yeah, we'll see what this daily candle is going to bring for Komodo. This could be the breakout date for it out of this triangle, and maybe we can see it try to test 63 to 68 cents for Komodo. Alright, so let's get into Dragon Chain. I was very surprised to see Dragon Chain in here, by the way. Oh, by the way, Hope, thank you so much for that donation. Thanks for the $3 bomb. Fist bump to you. You're awesome. Thanks for that donation. Really helps the channel a lot. I mean, you guys, everybody here is helping the channel a lot, you guys. 22 viewers, 22 likes. I love the synchronicity right there. That's awesome. Today was a good day over here. Nice. Good to hear a crypto way of life. Oh, perfect stable Sharpie genius. Yeah, I've been hearing about 12.3. I mean, people said 12.3 last year, and then now, you know, they said the 3-year delta thing, right? So they think this year 2020 is going to be is that third year and that 3-year delta, and we'll have a 1, 2, 3. Who knows? There might be a lot more things when it comes to 1, 2, 3. Everybody's just trying to predict the future, trying to figure it out. And I mean, what good is it really though? Like, yay, you got to figure it. Let's say you got to figure out the date, right? And it did end up happening. Like, are you just gonna sell right away, or are you just, you know, you're just gonna still be excited? You'll be excited that it happened, but you were gonna be excited anyway if it happened, right? IQ, love some good opium. Yeah, man. It's just all good times, right? It's fun to speculate, but I try not to take it too seriously when it comes to the dates and stuff. Some people are saying end of year, right? They're saying like once it hits January 1st, or it's like January 23rd or something like that, right? Everybody's trying to figure out what that 1, 2, 3 means. We're gonna know. We'll probably see what ends up happening. If it's legit. If it's not, then, you know, maybe we shouldn't have put too much faith into those riddlers. They're just, it's for entertainment, man. It's fun to speculate on, though, for sure. All right, let's get into Dragon Chain. Oh, we got a good bad song playing right now. Crypto Way of Life, type December to remember in gematria.org. I think I have before. I won't do it for necessarily for the stream, but we'll talk about it in tomorrow morning stream. That's for sure, my man. Just trying to stay focused on the task at hand right here. So, Dragon Chain. The Dragon Chain project has been originally developed at the Walt Disney Company in Seattle in 2014. In 2016, the project has been open sourced, and in 2017, the nonprofit organization named Dragon Chain Foundation was created with the main goal of maintaining its source code. The commercial blockchain platform built on top of this code is managed by the commercial entity named Dragon Chain Inc., founded by Joe Rowitz, founder and CEO. Dragon Chain is a public-private hybrid blockchain platform specifically designed for enterprises with the main aim of keeping sensitive business logic private while guaranteeing immutable thanks to notarization on public blockchains. The consensus on this hybrid architecture, named DragonNet, is achieved by means of independent verification nodes, which belongs to either to the Dragon Chain community or to external partners. These nodes are hierarchically organized in so-called 5-level spectrums of trust. Private business node, where sensitive data is stored and business logic is executed. L2 nodes, which are responsible for blocks, headers, and signatures validation. The rules used for validation activity performed without the need of knowing without the actual data for the business logic can be customally defined by enterprises. L3 nodes, used to guarantee the level of consensus by checking the transactions, are validated by a sufficient number of L2 nodes. L4 nodes, hosted by external partners, which provide notarization functionalities by signing verification records received by L3 nodes. So there's a lot of nodes going on with this one, right? L5 nodes, which perform proof of existence by checkpointing successfully verified transactions on public blockchains. This task is achieved by means on the interchain mechanism, which basically records the hash of the private transactions on public blockchains such as ETH, ETC, NEO, or BTC. Almost instant transaction processing, fixed 5-second blocks, quite good scalability, and a wide range of smart contract programming languages including Node.js, Python, Go, Java, and C#, are among the main distinctive features of Dragon Chain. In addition to this, Dragon Chain is GDPR compliant by design, since enterprises can freely select in which global region public and private information is stored, and supports the self-sovereign identity paradigm thanks to Dragon Factor, which provides secure and decentralized authentication and access to applications. The Dragon Chain platform contemplates an utility token that represents tokenized micro licenses. These tokens are known as Dragon Chain tokens, DRGN. Even though they are often referred to as dragons, each dragon token holder is awarded with a Dragon Days of Slumber score, represented the result of the multiplication between the number of dragons held and the number of days this amount of dragons has been held in the account. DDDS can be used to access specific features of the Dragon Chain ecosystem, such as the permission to run L2, L3, and L4 nodes. Dragon Chain presents several similarities with respect to Komodo, such as the possibility of running multiple chains in parallel and the recording of proof of existence on public blockchains. With respect to the other ecosystems such as Neo, Komodo, and Ethereum, Dragon Chain focuses more on GDPR and compliant features such as the separation of sensitive data and business logic from the achievement of the consensus, the possibility of storing data on specific global regions, and the native support to authentications based on self-sovereign identity paradigms. So let's check out Dragon Chain. I used to hold some Dragon Chain actually. Maybe I should get back into it, but you know, because of that Disney connection, right? Alright. So right here, you might be actually seeing the pivot for Dragon Chain. You're probably going to have it, maybe it goes a little bit sideways for a bit. And then you'll start getting a climb up to around 8 cents for Dragon Chain. And then maybe you can start visiting around that 10-cent area. If things were to continue to go bullish here for Dragon Chain, it has been gaining some momentum. The MACD on the long term looks alright. I think you're going to probably still have a little bit more selling pressure that ends up coming in. Maybe you'll start going sideways for just a bit. But you got that initial impulse from the 17th of November. Took it all the way up from 3 cents, or what was it? Yeah, low 3 cents up to the high 5 cents. Touched 6 cents for like a second. Got rejected. Came back up. Bounced around the golden retrace zone. And looks like it's starting on a bullish day for the daily for Dragon, but we'll see what ends up happening for the next 16 hours on Dragon Chain. Alright, let's go with the last one on this page and the last one for this video, for this first part of this little series of going into Deloitte's blockchain reviews right here. And we're going to end it with, oh, actually we got Stratus right here, a little paragraph on Stratus, and then we're going to be going into Corda, so never mind, second to last, my bad. By the way, actually, who recommended this to me? Crypto Way of Life. Crypto Way of Life. Can you just type the? Can you just let me know what it means in December to remember what's that third result that you're talking about, just so we can get some resolution from that. I thought XRP moons on 1/13/2021. Haha. Exactly, man. It's like just all these dates that are going around, right? That's why Alex D Vlogs and I are just keep saying tonight. It's gonna moon tonight. Just every night we'll just say it moons. Will escrow affect the current performance of XRP? XR Pacific, I don't think so, man, because it hasn't affected the current price of XRP. I mean, XRP was around 25 cents forever, man, and it still was able to go up to 62 cents. Maybe escrow might have a little bit of an impact on it, but I don't think it's going to have a, like, escrow was happening when it went up to around 320 last time, right? A lot of people get really, like, ask questions like that, like, oh, what's Jed McCaleb gonna do? Jed McCaleb's gonna dump on the market. It's gonna dump on XRP. And somebody posted that, and I told them, yeah, that's what people were saying when XRP was at 25 cents, that Jed McCaleb was gonna dump on the market. And it looks like Jed McCaleb is probably enjoying the gains that he's getting out of his XRP holdings. That's for sure. He's probably hodling strong, according to, you know, like XRP Bags the song says, right? December 21st of 2020 will be the great conjunction, the union between Saturn and Jupiter. Whatever that means. That is a pretty crazy event, but who knows what that actually means, you know, right? I know a lot of people do believe astrological events that happen do impact what happens on the Earth. We'll see what happens, man. Yeah, there's an eclipse, I think, on the 14th of December. Complete solar eclipse. Anybody here listen to Brad Slimes and Mickey B. Stale? It's funny, Cookie Monster. Monday full beaver moon and lunar eclipse. Oh shit. Okay, there we go. PSSG. Guys, thanks for the 24 likes. What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. Let's get into Stratus here. So Stratus. Oh, we didn't actually check out Dragon Chain on Live Coin Watch, so let me just do that really quick so you guys can see the supply and whatnot. So all-time high was at around 520. It's currently sitting at about 5 cents. Total supply is 433 million. Don't know if it's inflationary or deflationary. Total supply right now, or circulating supply currently, is about almost half of that, about 266 million. Market cap's at 13.61. Volume is only in the thousands. Interesting coin, that is for sure, man. Dragon Chain with that Disney connection, that Disney experience, whatever you want to call it. Such a small cap coin, right? Can't believe it even hit 525. I wonder when that was. When did it hit 525 right here? Yeah, right from its earliest beginning. So right when it started, it came out in 2017 in December, just in time to get that hype to drive it up to its price up to that $5 range. And then you had that major crash, and it's kind of just been dead ever since. But it's not a dead project. You still see developments going on it. It does have a YouTube channel. We'll end up seeing what happens with Dragon Chain. I don't know too much. I don't know too much about what they present on their YouTube channel, but maybe possibly, at least to Deloitte, might seem like a real boat right there. Every night there is a moon, though, so it is true. Yeah, somehow. Yeah, I hear you, Lady Enigma. We moon every night. Saw this last night on the news and thought of XRP straight away. Oh, JR Shields. I got to open that up and then check that out after the stream. Thanks for showing me this. I'll check it out after the stream for sure, man. Let's get into Stratus. I'm just going to load this thing up really quick. All right. Oh, some cross-border payment needs. All right. So Stratus was created by Chris Tu in 2016 as the principal asset of Stratus Group Ltd. It is proposed as a blockchain as a service BaaS in that it essentially allows to quickly create and deploy private application-specific sidechains that are anchored to a main chain. Its execution environment is the C# virtual machine, and it is explicitly bound on Microsoft technologies. The consensus mechanism is mixed in that it is a proof of stake for the main blockchain and a proof of authority for the sidechains. One of the main value propositions in the ease for C# developers and enterprises is to build distributed applications. Its features built-in identity representation and management capabilities with which users can create proof of their identity by logging into a social networking site, hence LinkedIn, Google, or Microsoft. Identity information can then be secured and shared selectively. Stratus' main target is the development of enterprise blockchain applications, which is the more evident from the company and consultant activities. Doesn't seem like they have much to say about Stratus. Interesting that it is a proof of stake and proof of authority for the side chains. I think that's an interesting consensus mechanism, and I think they had a appearance in a World Economic Forum alongside with Ripple and Tyrion, if I'm not mistaken. Let's check out Stratus on Live Coin Watch right here. $100 million total supply. It looks like it's just been dying and dying, just going down, down, down. All-time high is at around $22.66. Past 30 days, not looking too good for it. Down 33%, and in the past hour, down 20%. Yeah, Stratus looking like it's possibly, I mean, not too much liquidity. Look at all those exchanges. It's not too many exchanges that it's listed on. I'm not sure. I think it got delisted from Binance. I remember this thing being on Binance, and it got delisted from it as well. Good night, PSSG, man. I'll talk to you soon, dude. I don't know why I said that, man. Sometimes my thoughts get ahead of my words a little bit, or my words get ahead of my thoughts, whichever way it goes. JR Shields, I send money to every month in the Philippines. I have to pay extra $5 for express service. That's no bueno right there, Lady Enigma. No bueno. Can't wait for that internet of value to save you that money right there, Lady Enigma. No fun. Have you told your family like, hey, can you guys just get like a, can you guys get an XRP wallet or a Coinbase or something, and I can just send you guys XRP or something? That would be great. That way I don't get charged any fees. But alright, let's end out with Corda. Unfortunately, there's no chart that you can check for Corda, but maybe there's some good information in here on this last paragraph that we're going to be looking at for this first part video of looking into Deloitte's reviews of these blockchains. So let's get into it, and then we can hang out with the Blue Crew for about 10 to 15 minutes after. So Corda is a distributed ledger technology specifically developed by R3 to solve some real-world business problems of financial institutions, such as maintaining a shared ledger of transactions without keeping private ledgers to be constantly updated and cross-checked after each interaction among different entities, and without disclosing public-private transactions data. R3